I can't believe this shit. They're literally hiding it in plain sight. We're going to go through the whole roadmap today.
I ain't gonna give in now, I just gotta live this now. I ain't gonna be man, I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the wave. Cause I am just up on the journey, just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising and good evening, warriors all over the world. From my heart to yours, I unconditionally love you. We're going to dive right into it today. I can't believe this shit. They're literally hiding it in plain sight. As Jim Cramer tells you cryptocurrency is a fraud, remember, whatever they say, do the opposite of what they do. The 99% is going this way. The 1% is going this way. I've been sharing you with the FTX is a massive, massive distraction. Okay. And I'm going to break down today the financial stability oversight report. And I'm going to show you step by step facts, figures, numbers, logic on how they're moving us into a new blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity. And they're going to tell you that cryptocurrency is a fraud. At the same time, they're going to say blockchain is here to stay. Understand how to decipher the words and the technology you're invested in. Yes, they're going to make you think that cryptocurrency is a fraud. And yes, there are a lot of fraudulent cryptocurrencies out there. Okay. 99% of cryptos are going to get wiped out with regulation because many of them were sold as securities. And there is many fraud cryptocurrencies out there, just like there's many fraud financial institutions and many fraudsters all over the world, right? There's many companies, exchanges that got wrecked like FTX, Celsius. There's many more that are extremely over leveraged. So all of this was by design to bring in regulation, to bring in the new monetary system. The monetary system is screwed. The fiat system is screwed. They have to have a switch. So let's jump into facts, figures, numbers, logic. If you don't know who I am, I'm Coach JV. I'm the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. I share with you what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes and unconscious activity. If you guys see me looking up here, I have a big screen up here that I'll be reading the news along with you guys. Okay. So this is the financial stability oversight. So this is the boring stuff that I read. I love diving into this type of stuff. So this was on December 16th, 2022. As everybody's looking at FTX, this report was released. Okay. The Financial Stability Oversight Council today unanimously approved its 2022 annual report. The report notes that aimed at heightened geopolitical and economic shocks and inflation, risks to the U.S. economy and financial stability have increased even as financial systems has exhibited resilience. The annual report reviews the financial market developments, describe potential emerging threats to the U.S. financial stability, identifies vulnerabilities in the system, and makes recommendations to mitigate those threats and vulnerabilities. The report was developed and collaborated by council members and their agency staff. Okay, so this year's report highlights the resilience of the financial system and what it faces, the headwinds over the past year. And Secretary Janet Yellen, the council will continue to coordinate and address the risks identified in this year's report, and the financial system remains a source of strength in the U.S. economy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through each section here, and then I'm going to show you what's happening. Okay. But first, before we do, I want you guys to see this really quickly. So this is the report that I read through, right? It's 118 pages. So this is part of the Financial Stability Oversight Council Annual Report 2022. I want you to take note of page 75, which is climate risk. You need to pay attention to climate risks. That is going to be a big macro and microeconomic thing. So you can see the transition, technology change, policy shifts, changes in consumer preferences. Those are going to be forced through the system. Okay. You look at physical risk, chronic sea level rising, acute hurricanes. Okay, get ready. There's going to be a lot of climate stuff happening. Damages to property, business. They're predicting this. Damage to property, business interruptions, effects on household and business income. Narrative of bringing in the central bank digital currency, the stimulus, feedback across economy through product and labor markets, credit and market risk. liquidity risk. I've been talking about liquidity risk, operational risk, legal risk, and this is all moving us into the new on-demand liquidity, moving money at the speed of light and getting velocity of money move much quicker. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so the first one talks about non-bank financial intermediaries. The council supports the initiative undertaken by the Securities and Exchange Commission and other agencies to address the risks presented by investment funds. These include proposed data collection, improved Form PF, as well as the new rules proposed by the SEC to address liquidity mismatches in the open-end funds and money market funds. Okay, so I'm going to show you a liquidity mismatch, right? So this stuff is not being reported all over the news like FTX, right? So, well, there it is right there. See, it's raised everywhere. It's FTX, huge missing, growing $65 trillion in dollar debt sparks concerns. Okay, this was on December 5th, right? BIS research highlights off-balance sheets dollar obligations, reports calls FX swaps a blind spot in global finances. This isn't all over the news, guys. These are just blips of reporting, sharing with you guys, and it's actually 85 trillion, okay? And back in 2 years ago, there's 21 trillion missing from the Treasury. So these are the things they're talking about, okay? So these are basically a liquidity risk. We're over leveraged. These are people's pension plans, okay? So that's the first section there. What will save that? On-demand liquidity, distributed ledger technology. Okay, then it goes into digital assets. Digital asset is a big topic. The council emphasizes the importance of agencies continuing to enforce existing rules, regulations applicable to crypto assets ecosystem. The whole FTX collapse, Terra Luna collapse, Celsius collapse was all about bringing in regulation. 2022 was the year of regulation. The SEC case versus Ripple in 2020 was to bring in a new Howey test, and until they're ready to launch that, this case will not settle. So if we dive in here, so it goes right into this financial stability report. I'm going to show you all the connections. SEC chairman says important to regulate crypto issuers and intermediaries. This guy was brought in just to crush the crypto industry. He was brought in to destroy the exchanges, was to catch him to be all over leverage and to go after Kim Kardashian and to go after Sam Bankman-Fried and tout his ego and do all this stuff, right? But it's all about regulation. That's what this whole case is about, right? It's all about their financial stability report and moving in the new monetary system, okay? If you look in here, this is the Bank of International Settlements. The Bank of International Settlements was reporting back here that we have some mismatches. We have some hidden balance sheets, right? Around 65 trillion of your pension funds. And the BIS is also reporting on the potential treatment of crypto asset exposure. So on December 2022, this report came out. If you go here to crypto, if you go to crypto assets, you're going to see eventually we'll get to the 2.2%. So banks now can hold 2.2% of exposure right here. Okay. They can hold 2.2% on their balance sheets, banks. Okay. And the second consultation to add on infrastructure risk was proposed a fixed add-on to the RWA set at 2.5% exposure. Crypto assets such as stablecoins are now going to be added to the bank's exposure. Okay. I thought cryptocurrency was a fraud. Okay, I thought cryptocurrency was a fraud. Jim Cramer says crypto's a fraud. They're all saying crypto's a fraud. Blockchain technology is not a fraud. It's here to stay. Cryptocurrency is a fraud to them. Stable coins, blockchain technology, on-demand liquidity, ISO 20002, right? The new ecosystem for your financial system, okay? Because they can't fix the system, guys. They can't. Okay, so we talked about non-bank financials, right? That's a risk because they know there's a bunch of bullshit going on and everybody's over leveraged and the country's bankrupt. We talked about digital assets. You know, that's what this guy is all about, is coming in there and crushing all these exchanges and crushing people and problem reaction solution. And then we have the BIS at the same time allowing banks that they're saying cryptocurrency is a fraud to custody your cryptocurrency. Okay, not custody, excuse me. This gives them allowed to put it on their balance sheets. Okay, they're already able to custody their cryptocurrency. That happened in 2020. Now, this is one you really got to pay attention to, is climate-related financial risk. Climate change. Remember, Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, is part of the World Economic Forum Board of Trustees. His mission is to move the mission and purpose of the World Economic Forum. He is BlackRock's CEO. BlackRock has Aladdin, which is connected to Coinbase. Aladdin has a trading platform that's set up to bring in climate risk. Okay, Coinbase is part of this whole system. So if we dive over here, You have a whole document, 46 pages from who's this from? This is from the United States. I just want to make sure I know this. Oh, it's from the White House. Jeez. Climate and energy implications of crypto assets in the United States. So the narrative is that crypto is very, very energy extensive or energy consumptive, right? So this whole report goes through how cryptocurrency is energy and it's not energy efficient, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking about proof of work, right? So then it talks about in here, it says the connections between distributed ledger technology and energy transitions, the potential for these technologies to impede or advance efforts to tackle climate change at home and abroad, and the impacts of the technologies have on the environment. This report provides the assessment directed by the Executive Order 14067. So the president directed the White House office and the Science of Technology as its partners from the executive office to examine the connections between DLT and the energy transition. So we know DLT, Ripple is energy efficient. We know most of the ISO 20002 tokens are efficient. Remember, distributed ledger technology, blockchain is different from their narrative on crypto. Well, it wasn't by chance that Ethereum flipped from proof of work to proof of stake. And then you got things like this, Ethereum energy expenditures. So Ethereum is deep in the banking system, just so you guys know. And you can see right here, Ethereum flipped right at the right time as regulation is coming in, as the financial stability reports come out around climate change and financial risk. Ethereum switches to proof of stake, not proof of work. And look how energy efficient Ethereum is compared to all the, look at YouTube, gold and mining, gold data centers, gold mining, BTC, Netflix, Ethereum proof of work, and look at Ethereum proof of stake. So right on time, which is awesome. Okay, so let's walk through this once again. I know this isn't exciting, but this can help you with your investment decisions, not financial advice. Non-bank intermediaries, okay? Everything, we need liquidity. We're screwed. Digital assets, okay? It's going to be ISO 20002, distributed ledger technology, on-demand liquidity. Your banks are going to be service banks. They're going to custody your cryptocurrency. It's all right here, guys. It's all right here. The BIS is reporting it. Climate change risk, okay? I showed you this. This is the new narrative, okay? You got to make sure your investments are on the climate change side of things. The companies are not going to get their funding. They're not going to get their funding if they're not part of the climate change narrative. I didn't make this game. And then you have Treasury market resilience, okay? And then I'm going to show you the transition to LIBOR, okay? So if you go here, Treasury launches new effort to improve resilience in its markets. Well, what effort is that, fam? The Treasury market has grown significantly relative to the balance sheet of the traditional intermediaries, okay? And technology trading and investments practice have evolved substantially in the recent years. Our efforts to strengthen the resilience of the Treasury market will help ensure that it continues to serve the central role of the global financial system. The Treasury market's several key factors, including enabling financial and federal governments at the least cost, providing a safe, liquid asset to provide the flow of capital and the credit to households and businesses, facilitating the implementation of monetary policy. Let me read that one more time for you guys. Read between the lines. Providing a safe, liquid asset to support the flow of capital and credit households to businesses. Distributed ledger technology, FedNow services, a digital wallet where everybody can get access to their stimulus checks when this shit hits the fan right here. Boom, when this hits the fan and the hurricanes come and damages of properties and businesses, and the middle class gets wiped out, leverage source technology, you're going to need a stimulus check. And they want to make sure they have a safe, liquid asset to support the flow of capital and credit to households and businesses to support you with this that's coming and to let you know that the new monetary system is here. Okay, so let's take one more. I'm going to take you deeper into this. Oh, this is great. So Yellen takes at the same time. Okay, Yellen is asking to take steps to enhance Treasury markets to boost funds resilience. It's all about digital assets, guys. They're moving into a digital asset. So we're looking at a number of ways to improve resilience, make sure the intermediation is available, enhance oversight in trading venues, increase transparency, and have better data on markets. She said without dealing with specific steps, she basically breaks down where they're wanting to move money a lot faster, okay? The Treasury markets are going to move at the speed of light, okay? The trading is going to move at the speed of light. BlackRock already has these technologies, okay? Aladdin is a advanced AI trading system, Okay. Now I'm going to take you into the last one that is not really exciting, but this is one you need to pay attention to. Remember LIBOR, SOFR, and LIBOR? That was when they were just making up interest rates. Okay. I want to show you something pretty cool. Okay. The Federal Reserve endorses Ethereum-backed alternative to LIBOR. Okay. Pay attention, guys. Ethereum-backed alternative to LIBOR, how they manage interest rates. So this is all in their financial stability report. If we go through this, they need money to move at the speed of light, blockchain technology, okay? The whole climate risk is going to be blockchain technology, market resilience, blockchain technology, cybersecurity. That'll be all about the LIBOR using Ethereum. So warriors, it's here. What you're going to hear a ton of is FUD. This stuff is not exciting. It's not sexy, but this is the game. This is the game. They can't continue this monetary system. It's broken. It's completely broken. The hot potato got passed down from person to person to person. Unfortunately, the middle class is going to get wiped out, leveraged towards technology. It's a fact. Okay. Chat GPT replaced a ton of jobs. McDonald's is testing fully automated fast food restaurants. People flipping burgers are not going to have a job in the future. Think about all the robots that are now replacing people in factories. We are moving from industrial to technical. If you don't reskill fast enough, or you don't understand how to invest in this, your job may not be here. This is not, I'm not putting a start warning out. I'm just sharing with you guys. These are facts. I'm showing you guys a step, but what people are going to wait is till they lose their job. Start to reskill, understand how the money flow works, understand how to invest in these speculative assets that they call a fraud. Yes, there's a lot of cryptos that are frauds. But as Warren Buffett says, he invests in companies, not stocks. I invest in companies, not crypto. And I have not got wrecked in any of these things. I have not. I've stayed long-term on my fundamental portfolio. I got my business diversification, my leveraged life insurance, my precious metals. I've gotten my worldly debt paid off, and I'm holding cash on the sidelines for this big dip because I'm about to build generational wealth for my family. And you can do the exact same thing, warriors. So I hope this information reaches you well. I hope this helps you calm down and start looking at the news a little bit differently and making informed decisions, understanding that we're all being played, warriors. But again, they're hiding it in plain sight. They're not hiding this from you. It's not a secret. You can do all this research, but FTX is exciting. It's fun to chase and see what Sam Bankman-Fried is doing. Guys, what if we all got set up? What if that's a big ass setup? That was $1 billion. Do you realize that the pension funds has trillions of dollars missing? Do you know the difference between billion and trillion? That's not all over the news. They're not going after these people that got the money stuck. They're not going after them. They're going after Sam Bankman-Fried, who's connected. His parents are connected. I mean, everybody's connected. You know, you got all these people chasing these guys. It's like, guys, when you look this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. So pay attention during the holidays. Pay attention. When we're all stuck in our commercialism and our Christmas, which is Christmas, which is Christmas, which is presents. We won't go into that part of it. Just be careful, family. Get prepared. Love you guys. You all have the right to fix this. It's here and here. Love you. Appreciate you. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.